The principal poisonous snakes here are your rattlesnakes, of course, and there are 2 or 3 species of rattlesnakes here in Alabama. The water moccasin, which many people know quite well, and the upland moccasin, or copperhead, as they call it. And the copperhead and the young moccasin is very similar. They look similar when they're very young. And then, of course, we have the coral snake, which is somewhat secretive and rare, and very seldom biting and that sort of thing. But those are the 4 basic ones that we have here.
If a person encounters a snake in its natural habitat, what should he do?
Leave it alone. Get completely away from it. Do not, under any circumstances, play with or molest live snakes. These snakes are all out there. They're serving their place in nature, eating rodents usually and that sort of thing. And if you can avoid them, this is the best way to avoid any sort of problem. Prevention, of course, in snake bite problem. But stay away from the snake. Just completely away from it.
You shouldn't attempt to kill it.
If it's in an area that's populous and where people may be, particularly children, this sort of thing, why it's thought best to kill the snake.
But if a person just stumbles onto the snake and he's standing there quivering 6 inches away from it, what then?
He tries to escape from you.
He will not try to attack you.
No. They will not try to attack you unless he's cornered. Now, be careful. I have to qualify. They will not attack you, because if a snake is cornered or he feels he's cornered and cannot get away, well, of course, he's going to come towards you to get away. And here I say this with tongue-in-cheek, because if you hold still, you can let them crawl across your foot. But I have never seen anyone that would hold still other than a professional snake handler while a rattlesnake crawled across their foot. But, of course, this does work, and professional handlers know this and can do it. And that's the secret of a lot of the people who handle snakes. They know that when a snake is loose in close proximity, if they freeze, it's very, very unlikely that the snake will bite. So if one has presence of mind enough to freeze and not move, why, the snake will eventually leave.
What happens if all else fails, if you've stood there and you've frozen and the snake crawls over your foot and still the nasty little creature bites you? What happens then?
A lot, Jay, depends on where and when you're bitten. And a lot of snake bite cases take place in the evenings when someone is wearing sandals or slippers and they step out to empty the garbage, take the trash out or something, and accidentally step on the snake who's come out, being fairly nocturnal in the summer months, in the cool of the evening. So this is why they would get bitten, because you don't see it. You step on it or surprise it. Of course, first aid, there's a lot of conjecture and talk about first aid, and there's several schools of thought. And there are 2 basic schools on first aid for snake bite. One of them is the one where you cut and slash the wound, and the other that you do not. Both of these you apply suction and first aid in the way of suction, and then get the patient to a professional medical assistance. In my office, we're concerned with survival conditions where there are no doctors available. There'll be no trained medical people. A man is remote woods. This is one situation. Another one, if you step out your back door and are snake bitten, then you immediately go to a hospital. You're there in a few minutes. And within 15 to 30 minutes, and you're at the hospital, and they can administer the antivenom and so on and take care of you. You identify the snake.
But if you can get to a hospital quickly, there's no need for the slashing of the skin, things like that.
I personally would not recommend the slashing of the skin. For me personally, we teach this, that our trained medical people and instructors in the office that I work in, these people are taught to make small incisions, but only the trained medical people. There are paramedics who would offer this first aid. Our people who are in the field, like if I were treating you, I would not do any slashing and cutting. And this is based on my personal experience in the southeastern U.S. and Central and South America and Asia, and treating many field snake bites and watching what happens. If I'm in a remote area and go to treat a snake bite with slashes and cuts, I have a serious injury already, and I'm adding another serious injury, which I may not be able to treat, the blood loss and that sort of thing.
What is the best way for children to learn about which snakes are harmful and which snakes are harmless?
To see the live snakes in a well-organized display. Our zoo here in Montgomery used to have some snakes on display, but they were unable to get a good display area, so they had to disperse their snakes to other zoos. But a zoo would be an excellent place. It's an educational tool, and it would be an excellent place for children and adults to become familiar with the harmful as well as the beneficial snakes. I should back up on that. They're all beneficial, but some of them are harmful when man moves into his area.
Would you then advise every zoo to have an educational display of snakes?
Oh, yes, it's a must. That is a general public education, and this is one of the things not only to entertain people, but primarily to educate. And if your city zoo has a good display, well cared for, it is excellent for allaying the false fears and prejudices about reptiles, snakes in particular. It saves lives. A good display like that can save lives.
Okay.